I tasted through about 15 wines from one winery to bring this particular wine in. It is one of the best champagnes I've had in the last couple of years. I was just enthralled by this and totally captivated by how interesting and complex and just great this champagne is. This is a vintage champagne. It comes from Piot-Sévillano, and this is the 2012 Piot-Sévillano Millesime champagne. Now, when we talk about a vintage champagne, we're talking about something different than most of the champagne you see out there. When you see things like Veuve Clicquot or Moet, which are perfectly fine champagnes, they are something that's out in the market. It's sold in almost every country. They make a lot of it, and they're made in a house style. Those are really cool wines. Dom Perignon is a vintage champagne, which means it comes from a single year, and it has to be aged for a minimum of 36 months on the lees after it's been created. So that is the same case with this. This is a 2012 vintage. This is an 11-year-old champagne, or I guess we're in 2024 right now, it's 12 years old. This aged for almost 10 full years on the lees in the bottle after the first fermentation was complete, getting complex and interesting and lush and taking on all this character of the dead yeast cells, the lees, inside the champagne bottle, which is why when you smell this wine, all that brioche, bread dough, gorgeous, nutty quality comes out. And that's something that you only get in wines that have seen extended vintage aging time on the lees inside the bottle. Piot-Sévillano is a producer we're super fond of. Christine is the winemaker. She's, I think, 5th generation now. So her family's been growing grapes for more than 100 years. But now she is at the helm of her family's winery. And not only are they growing the grapes, farming organically and biodynamically, and doing great treatment in the vineyard of the grapes themselves and taking great care of the earth, but they are making their own wine from those vineyards. 50 years ago, it was way more common for a lot of these small champagne growers to just sell all their fruit to the big houses. Now we have a case where these small growers are making and marketing their own champagne. We think it's tremendous. What's cool about vintage champagne is it still provides that insane, bright, tart, lemony freshness, that acidity. Because if you look at where Champagne is, it's in northern France. It is the northern limit of viticulture in Europe, and so it's cold there. And so grapes that you grow in Champagne still have really snappy, bright acidity, which even if you age it a long time, that acidity doesn't go away. It still stays bright and tart and lifted. So you have this wonderful combination of richness and complexity and weight on the nose and on the palate, but then it still finishes so tart and fresh and brisk on your palate. I think this is one of the best champagnes we've had in a while, and I bought as much as we possibly could, 20 cases, because I thought this wine was so stellar. Even in the lineup of the rest of the wonderful Piot-Sévillano wines, this is the one that stuck out to me the most. Hope you can get some of this Piot-Sévillano. I'm not gonna spit any of this out because it's delicious. Great with caviar and potato chips, so hit it up. Hope you can get some from us either at the shop in Bellevue or at our online store. So cheers, everybody. Enjoy some champagne in the new year. Thank you.